Welcome to Outlaw Woodworking. Today we're going fishing again, but we did have a problem, and I don't know when this might have happened. The last time that the last time I went fishing, but I got a hole in these waders, and so this fishing trip turned out bad because basically the minute I got out on the river, all of a sudden I thought, man, it's cold out here. And what happened was my right leg in this wader started filling up. So you can see where it filled up. And it made for a pretty miserable time. Anyway, I still had a good time. I saw a lot of fish, but I couldn't catch any. I did a bad job on my presentation, so I still have a lot to learn. So anyway, these waders, I used them a couple times up in Salmon, Idaho, and then a couple times over here on the San Juan River. And you would think they would last longer, but this pair, I was kind of looking at it, and they're just not that thick of material. And I think the mistake I made, if you see in the video, I walked down the trail and then I walked through these bushes, and I think that's where a stick grabbed on and cut this, and I didn't know it. So from now on, I'm gonna always check my waders prior to going and make sure that they're all in good shape. Now these, I ordered a new pair of waders, but I'm actually going to patch these and keep these as a spare. And actually today I'm going to wash them and order a patch kit. Anyway, hope you liked the video. It's a short little video, and you'll see some underwater video of some fish. And I will see you next time. Please subscribe, like the video. Later. The road you're seeing coming into the San Juan River, this is the road from Durango, actually from Bayfield, and it goes through the reservation and then to the Navajo Lake. And basically this San Juan River is below the dam. And this first spot right here is the Texas Hole, and this is where you turn to go to the Texas Hole parking lot. It's beautiful out here. The weather was really good today too. I wish I was a little more prepared. That's part of learning, I guess. Anyway, we come down here into the Texas Hole parking lot. Not as many people as the last time I was here, but there was still quite a few people. I get parked and then I head down this trail. Now this trail, I'm going upriver, basically up above the Texas Hole. And right up here is where I think I made my mistake. So this little trail I've been on before, and see, going through these bushes, this is where I think I punctured my waders. And I had no idea until I got out on the river. And I started out using an indicator with a little drop fly, and I didn't have any luck with that. I still have a lot to learn fly fishing, but it's always a good time no matter what happens. Even today with the waders, I didn't catch any fish, but I ended up leaving early because after I figured out that my waders had a hole in them, it was kind of miserable. So you can see I'm basically going upriver. And I think next time I'm going to go up here, but I'm going to go in a different spot where I don't have to go through those bushes and jeopardize my waders. The waders are a little more delicate than I thought, and I'm going to have to do a better job of taking care of them. My nephew said he goes through a set of waders every year, but he fishes quite a bit more than me, and he's a little more experienced. I was hoping that these waders would last a little longer, actually. But if I have to get a set every year, I guess that might be the cost of fly fishing. Right here I'm using that indicator. I start out with the indicator with a little drop fly, and I could see the fish everywhere. Big, really nice looking trout. And I just couldn't get them to bite. It was really beautiful out here. This is where like I started thinking to myself, wow, it's a little colder out here. The water's colder than it was last time. I didn't realize that my whole right side was filled up with water. And I was having so much fun just being there and fishing. I didn't even notice it for a little while. And then all of a sudden I kind of thought, huh, this is weird. It's really... And then I noticed the whole... But I kept fishing for a little while, and it was just a really nice day. In the future, I'm going to make sure and check my waders and make sure to be very careful going through any kind of bushy areas to get to the river. That spot right there was a really good spot. That was a spot that I caught my fish the week before, but all of a sudden some people, they just kind of came right up on me there, and I don't like to be around that close to people. And they kind of pushed me out of that little area, but it was still, I was having a really good time. I'm starting to get a little better at casting actually with the flat rod. I still have a long way to go, but I enjoy every minute of it. This is where I ended up switching to a streamer, and then I lost my whole leader, and I didn't have a spare one with me. And then I actually figured out my waders were filling up with water, so I ended up calling it an early day. Look at the fish that's right in front of me, 2 of them right there. 2 or 3, you can see them right there in the water. And I could not get those fish to bite anything I was throwing at them. It's amazing how many fish are here, actually. And they're all over the place. This section of the river is a catch and release area, so that's probably why there's so many. Look at them right in front of me. It's pretty bad when there's that many fish right in front of you and you can't get one to bite. So I have a lot to learn about presentation and how to rig up my fly rod, but I still just love fishing. Fly fishing is new for me, so I'll have to just keep learning. I'm hoping to go up to Montana this year and do a little fishing with my brother-in-law. He's got a raft, and he does a lot of rafting in Montana. Here's some underwater video. I just set my GoPro under the water, kind of where these fish were hanging out, and there is some beautiful fish in this river. There's one right there. Oh, I should have slow motioned that one. There's one right there too. There, oh, that's a good looking one. I've got the video running at 8 times speed because otherwise they're too long. But you can see, I mean, there's just tons of fish in this river. They're beautiful fish too. Very healthy. Look at them all. That's how bad a fisherman I am. All these fish were there and I couldn't get one to catch, one to bite. But I'll get better each time. It's all part of learning. Most of the time, they kind of sit in one spot and just wait for the food to come right to them. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of Outlaw Woodworking Gone Fishing, and I will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, even though I didn't catch any fish, it was a really nice day. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Later.